What's up, you guys? It's your boy Francis back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. But first, smash that like button if you're excited to dive into the world of crazy inventions and tragic accidents. We're going to be talking about 10 inventors who were killed by their own inventions. These are the tales of 10 inventors who met their end in the very creations they brought to life. Imagine pouring your heart and soul into building something incredible, something that could change the world, only to have it turn against you in the most unexpected way. Let's get into it.
I was convinced I could create a suit that would allow people to safely descend from heights, a parachute suit. I was so confident in my invention that I decided to test it out myself.
Our first tragic tale takes us to Paris, France, where a tailor named Franz Reichelt dreamed of soaring through the sky. Reichelt climbed to the first platform of the Eiffel Tower, a height of over 180 feet, with his parachute suit billowing around him. With a deep breath and unwavering belief in his creation, Reichelt leaped from the platform. But the parachute suit, far from billowing gracefully, twisted and turned, failing to catch the air as Reichelt had envisioned. Reichelt plummeted towards the ground, his dream of flight turning into a nightmare. Despite his tragic end, Reichelt's story serves as a reminder of the allure of invention and the fine line between innovation and recklessness.
I made groundbreaking discoveries that would impact the world for generations to come. But my inventions had unintended consequences that would plague the planet for decades.
Thomas Midgley Jr., a brilliant but tragic figure, revolutionized industries with leaded gasoline and Freon. These inventions brought fame but also environmental harm. At 51, Midgley contracted polio, leaving him disabled. He devised a system to move, but tragically, it led to his death. Midgley's story is a reminder of fate's unpredictability.
The dream of flying cars has captivated inventors and dreamers for decades, and I dared to bring the flying car from science fiction to reality.
The dream of flying cars has captivated inventors and dreamers for decades, promising a future where we could soar above traffic jams and congested roads. Smolinski's creation, the AVE Mizar, was a bold attempt to combine the freedom of flight with the convenience of a car. The vehicle consisted of a modified Cessna Skymaster airplane fuselage mounted on a Ford Pinto chassis. In 1973, after several successful test flights, tragedy struck. Witnesses on the ground reported seeing the right wing separate from the fuselage, sending the hybrid vehicle spiraling out of control. The wreckage of the AVE Mizar crashed in a fiery explosion, instantly killing Smolinski and the pilot.
The world of printing underwent a revolution in the 19th century, thanks in part to the ingenuity of inventors like William Bullock, who pioneered the development of the Webb rotary printing press. This groundbreaking invention mechanized the printing process, making it faster and more efficient, and paving the way for mass production of newspapers, books, and other printed materials. In 1867, while working on his latest printing press model at his New York factory, Bullock's leg became trapped in the gears of the machine. Despite the best efforts of doctors, gangrene set in, a common but deadly complication in the days before antibiotics. Bullock's condition deteriorated rapidly, and he succumbed to the infection, becoming a victim of the very invention that had brought him fame and fortune. Narrator, Chapter 4.
The depths of the ocean have always held a certain allure and mystery, beckoning adventurers and explorers to unlock its secrets. But the underwater world is also fraught with danger, as evidenced by the tragic story of Horace Lawson Hunley, a Confederate Marine engineer during the American Civil War who designed and built one of the world's first combat submarines. Narrator, Chapter 5.
Hunley's creation, the H.L. Hunley, was a technological marvel of its time, a 40-foot-long iron vessel powered by a hand-cranked propeller. The submarine was designed to break the Union's naval blockade of Charleston, South Carolina, offering a glimmer of hope for the struggling Confederacy.
After several trials and modifications, the H.L. Hunley achieved a historic victory, becoming the first submarine to successfully sink an enemy warship. However, this triumph was short-lived and marred by tragedy. The H.L. Hunley, along with its 8-man crew, including Hunley himself, vanished beneath the waves, its fate a mystery for over a century.
The pursuit of scientific knowledge and medical breakthroughs has often come at a high cost, as researchers and physicians throughout history have pushed the boundaries of understanding, often at great personal risk. The story of Alexander Bogdanov, a Russian physician, scientist, philosopher, and science fiction writer, is a tragic example of the fine line between groundbreaking discoveries and the unforeseen consequences that can arise from scientific experimentation. Bogdanov became particularly interested in the potential of blood transfusions to prolong life, even experimenting on himself in an attempt to achieve rejuvenation. In 1928, at the age of 54, he performed a blood transfusion on himself, receiving blood from a student who was suffering from malaria and tuberculosis. The transfusion had fatal consequences. Bogdanov's body rejected the incompatible blood, leading to a severe transfusion reaction that claimed his life. Narrator, Chapter 6.
One such visionary was Sylvester H. Roper, an American inventor credited with creating some of the earliest motorcycles and automobiles, S5, as Sylvester H. Roper. Among his many creations, Roper is perhaps best known for his steam-powered velocipede, a two-wheeled contraption that predated the modern motorcycle. On June 1, 1896, Roper took his steam-powered velocipede out for a spin on a bicycle track in Dorchester, Massachusetts. S5, as Sylvester H. Roper. He was an experienced rider and inventor, but on this day, fate had other plans. As Roper reached speeds of up to 40 miles per hour, witnesses reported seeing his velocipede wobble and veer off course. The steam-powered velocipede crashed, throwing Roper from his seat. The allure of daredevil stunts has captivated audiences for centuries. Performers push the limits of human endurance and courage. The tragic story of Karl Suchek, a Czech-Canadian stuntman known for his daring barrel rides over Niagara Falls.
My obsession with Niagara Falls began in 1984, when I navigated the rapids below the falls in a custom-built barrel.
Suchek yearned for an even greater challenge, attempting another barrel ride over the Horseshoe Falls. On June 20, 1985, a crowd gathered, eyes fixed on a red barrel. The barrel plummeted 167 feet, slamming into the turbulent waters below. The dream of high-speed transportation has driven inventors and engineers for centuries, inspiring visions of trains hurtling across vast distances at unimaginable speeds. In the early 20th century, this dream took on a new urgency in the Soviet Union, where the vast distances and challenging terrain posed significant obstacles to efficient travel and communication. It was in this context that Valerian Abakovsky, a young and ambitious Soviet engineer, emerged with a radical idea that promised to revolutionize rail travel: the Aerowagon.
My vision was audacious, a high-speed railcar propelled by an airplane engine and propeller, capable of reaching speeds never before achieved on land.
The Soviet government, eager to embrace technological advancements that could bolster its image and connect its vast territories, provided significant support for Abakovsky's project. Initial tests of the Aerowagon were promising, with the vehicle achieving impressive speeds on short stretches of track.
On July 24, 1921, the Aerowagon set off on its fateful journey, carrying me and 21 passengers, including Soviet officials, engineers, and technicians.
As the vehicle approached a curve at high speed, it derailed, sending the lightweight carriage tumbling off the tracks. Marie Curie, a name synonymous with scientific brilliance and groundbreaking discoveries, left an indelible mark on the world with her pioneering research on radioactivity. Her unwavering dedication to unraveling the mysteries of the atom led to groundbreaking advancements in physics and chemistry, earning her 2 Nobel Prizes and forever changing our understanding of the universe. However, Curie's pursuit of knowledge came at a high cost, as she unknowingly exposed herself to the very element that would ultimately lead to her demise.
My fascination with radioactivity began in the late 19th century, when Pierre and I started our groundbreaking research on uranium and other radioactive materials.
Their work led to the discovery of 2 new elements, polonium and radium, and earned them the 1903 Nobel Prize in Physics, making Marie Curie the first woman to receive this prestigious award. However, the dangers of prolonged exposure to radiation were not yet fully understood. In 1934, at the age of 66, Marie Curie succumbed to aplastic anemia, a blood disorder caused by prolonged exposure to radiation. These stories remind us of the fine line between genius and tragedy, a line often blurred by the relentless pursuit of progress and the insatiable human desire to explore the unknown. The inventors we've discussed today were all driven by a passion for innovation, a belief that they could create something new, something that would change the world. And while their inventions did indeed leave an indelible mark on history, they also serve as a sobering reminder of the high cost of progress. These inventors, in their quest to improve our lives, to push the boundaries of what was possible, ultimately met their end in the very creations they brought to life. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating content. Let us know in the comments which story shocked you the most.